doing just now was pretty good.
That's my person. That's what I would like. I prefer doing it that way.
Good man. I won't read the questions like.
Do you need to? Where are you from? What's your home address?
Your landline, please.
Yeah, your landline, please. Hold the line, caller.
Yes, hold the line, please.
Yes.
We'll play some.
Does kind of feel like a radio station in here.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah, it is.
We should have some tunes. Oh, I can add the tunes in post.
Yeah.
Because if I record them,
I know you got one shot too. You know what I mean? At the end, we're like sweating, like fucking, we're like, sorry, mate, we've got to do another interview.
So, well, the first thing is, how on earth did you come up with your DJ name? I was quite shocked.
I mean, I hate to expose myself, but it's from a Marty Robbins song. You heard of Marty Robbins? He's a country singer. He, I believe, I never played it, but he supposedly did the soundtrack to Fallout, the game. And so he's got a song called Big Iron, and Texas Red is the villain gunslinger who dies in the end of the song. And I don't want to die, but I thought I like him being a villain and having that name, and I think it sounds fun, you know. But I'm by no means anywhere near from Texas, but wearing red today. So that's it, right, really. I mean, I would love to say that I came up with the name.
So
somebody suggested it to me, which is, was heartbreaking.
I was going to say, do you play guitar or something?
Like,
do you play along to the country song?
I sing
Is that why you were inspired by it?
I love ballads. No, I wish I did now. I should have just said yes.
Maybe.
Be no evidence, like.
There's no guitar here.
No.
I can't ask you to prove it.
That's true, mate. The court of law.
Do you swear that you know how to play the guitar?
Hand on heart.
I've been kind of trying to play the guitar recently. I've learned the Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers.
Wow, what a song.
Yeah,
what a song.
I can't sing it yet.
No.
But
you have to have an aged cigarette affected throat to sing like Bill Withers, I think. Like.
Maybe.
He's a beautiful singer, I think. Use Me by Bill Withers is probably my favourite song of all time, like. I love him, like.
I haven't listened to it. I know.
Crushed my dreams.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
You know the song that's like.
You're gonna sing it.
I can't remember. Wait, I had no one other song by Bill Withers before I started playing the guitar.
Hold the line, man. Hold the
Play the whole music. Hit it.
A lot of people talk shit about elevator music, but I like it. I like it. It chills me out. You know?
Well, a lot of people call house music elevator music, apparently.
What, like an elevator in a club, maybe, or something like.
That'd be pretty cool. My pal was actually trying to open a club in Aberdeen.
Oh yeah.
And well, he was thinking about it, and we looked into this place and had an elevator, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be sick."
It would be sick.
It would be sick.
Horrible things would happen in that elevator, though. Like, things. Actually, I was in a club in Belfast and they had an elevator in it, which was so weird.
Really?
Because it doesn't feel right. It feels like you should be sober in elevators. It's not. It doesn't feel like a drunk thing to be doing. It feels wrong. It feels like somebody on the other side of the glass or something. Like
yeah, I guess it's like a first to be in an elevator. Like it's never happened before.
Well, like your first time, innit? Yeah. All clubs must have these. No, but I hope you succeed with your guitar. I tried to play bass when I was a kid and never managed. So
I've only picked up again recently. So.
Did you play before?
I had guitar lessons.
Oh, well, think I'm
then I kind of just kept forgetting about when the lessons were because they would change time every week.
So dedicated to your craft, it seems.
Yeah, no. Now I am more so than before.
Well, this is good to hear, my friend.
Yes. Now, moving on. Question 2. Question 2.
We need somebody holding up signs back. Segways, yeah, advertisements as well.
Yeah, oh yeah. Some banners like.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying so. I rudely
It's okay.
interrupted.
Serious
Serious
only.
Serious chat.
No joking.
No smiling.
No, it's not allowed. Not on this.
No smiling, kids.
Only off camera.
Yeah, like we lean away off camera to smile. It's that serious.
I think I was still on camera there, but
You were, and everybody saw you.
it's embarrassing.
It is.
I hope they didn't hear me.
Oh, they definitely can hear you.
What is your favourite genre of music to DJ and listen to? Because I know you're doing a jungle set for us today. What is that your favourite music ever?
I mean, I think naturally, like, jungle is a subgenre of drum and bass, but drum and bass and jungle, very hard music to mix. I can only imagine what it would have been like for people to mix it on vinyl, because honestly it seems, you would have to know the song in and out. I guess jungle is my favourite thing to play, because I used to play a lot of house music and techno when I first started, and I still love house, it still has a huge place in my heart, but jungle is the music that excites me right now, and I kind of have lost my love of trolling through songs on YouTube for hours and hours and hours, especially for house anyway, because I just kind of lost touch with that. And now for jungle is the thing that really, like, I feel the excitement from looking for jungle songs and mixing it that I used to get from playing house and techno. So I would say that is my favourite. I wish that I could DJ, I wish there was a way to easily DJ old soul songs and funk songs, but that's, you have to be master of your craft to, I think, do that. Shout out to the boys at Ooft, Elvachita, big up, greatest DJs in Glasgow.
You said it here first. I need to go check them out.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Like, honestly, best event that I've been to, like multiple times that I've been with my partner. So good. So good.
I'll take your recommendation into consideration.
Even better.
So it's a whole passion thing for you then, the DJing.
Yeah.
Really.
Music makes me playing music to people and seeing them dance and stuff is honestly it's probably the happiest that I feel generally. It's the most accomplished I feel when I do it. I just love making people dance, and to get some. It's not all about it, but to get some appreciation from people, to at least say or show that they know that you spent a bit of time try. Fine tune whatever you're doing and the songs if they appreciate it, Especially if you play a really niche song and somebody's like, oh yeah, I also know that niche song. It's like, wow, similar minds thinking about this. But no, it makes me feel great. I stepped away from it for a while when I moved here originally, but I get back into the swing of things now and it feels good. I look forward to it, which is something that I was missing for so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, big passion for me.
Excellent. Yeah, I've got to agree. When people start dancing to the tunes that you're playing and just showing loads of energy and just
I know, it's amazing.
aligning almost, I guess.
I know. You never would have thought people raising their arms up in the air would make you feel so good. It seems so jovial, trivial.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you look at it on a plain perspective, just as it is.
Yeah.
But when you're there and you feel the energy that's in the air as well. That's what kind of ties it all together and makes it a good experience.
Totally. Being at the helm is so gratifying. It feels so good because you always play songs, not you personally, but generally, you play songs that you love and you want to show other people, and that feels like the greatest thing in the world because it's like, oh, I was right. It is a good song. My instincts were correct.
Yeah.
And it feels so good.
Yeah.
Till somebody comes and requests Taylor Swift or Katy Perry or something like that.
Can you play ABBA?
Yeah.
Classic.
I respect requests when they're good, if it's something that would genuinely add to the set, then it's like, well, thank you for the recommendation, you know what I mean? If I have it, then I'll play it. But if you're playing, let's say, it wouldn't be jungle because I don't think they would be present, but if you're playing a house and techno set, let's say, or a garage set, and somebody comes and requests pop, it's just the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah. Have you ever had that?
Yeah,
I've never had that.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I mean, the only time I get requests is like functions and stuff.
Yeah,
when you're meant to be playing commercial music.
I know, and they have a bit of authority to say.
Yeah, when like often their recommendations will hopefully add to it. Even though half the time they'll request it and then you play it and nothing.
I know. I know. They request it and then you play it, right? It's just them.
Yeah.
It's just them going fucking ham, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no.
So when's the jungle event coming?
Don't know. I mean, we don't have anything planned to do it. I mean, we want to massively, but I think probably what's closer to being in our grasp is just doing a disco night, a disco or a classics night somewhere local, probably West End. Because I mean, as much as I wish that we could just do jungle, it is a niche here. Down south, much more common, you know, like Bristol, Leeds, you know, all those.
It's huge.
Those places, there's such a culture of that music. I mean, if you say to somebody randomly, if somebody asks you what kind of music you play up here, and then you say jungle, they'll honestly look at you blankly unless they know. You know, they haven't got the faintest of ideas. Which is the worst thing as well, when you say something and they clearly don't know what you mean, and they just go along with it. You know, like, what are we lying for? Let's just be true.
Let me educate you.
I know. Let me just help.
It's an important matter.
I know.
Of cultural history.
It is of huge cultural significance. Like, but I wish that jungle was more popular here, but then it makes it so strange because I grew up listening to jungle. Like that was. I remember I got. I think I was maybe 14 or 15, and like my dad would always play dance music when I was younger. To begin with, stuff like Kraftwerk or like David Guetta or some shit like that, right? But I remember getting a Jungle Classics volume, whatever the fuck it was. And for me, it's so rare to like an album all the way through it, you know? For me, in album of songs, I'll think, I'll only like a select few and then the rest is kind of shit. But that Jungle Classics, like, I mean, I know it's a compilation, but I love that album. And it was my introduction to jungle, and it was so good. And I remember so many summers listening to jungle, just going about my day generally. It was so good. I fell in love with the music instantly. I think it's the speed and the style of the percussion in jungle that I love so much, and the samples too. Yeah, I feel like with sampling, it's so like you can get away with much more in faster paces of music.
Yeah. Especially if the sounds are just like so big, like in jungle, because I just feel like if like you just have the world's worst sample, but you just do a massive like drop bass line and drums, like anything goes well. So.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. The style like 92 to 96 jungle, the best. Tom and Jerry, majoritively like. Alternate too. I know they were kind of more old school rave, but. Where those paths cross and they create jungle is really good, like, and the samples that they used back then were great. Like they're ripping them from movies and like really niche stuff, like what Wu-Tang has done, like using their like the Asian like the samurai movies, like the old like really cheesy samurai movies, and then chucking them in a rap song. I feel like it's slightly akin to what jungle does.
Yeah.
Which I love because I love movies too. So it's like, I mean, I love a niche reference, ultimately.
So would you say that's what inspired you to start DJing the jungle, or was it something else?
Nah, to be honest, I didn't start playing jungle, like DJing it until maybe a couple of years ago. It was never big for me to mix it because you couldn't really get away with playing it at parties. Yeah. Because like people would always want for the same shit over and over again, and as soon as it's something different.
Aye, some of that gimme.
Yeah, we're going back. It's a callback. To be honest, what inspired me to DJ was a guy called Graham Walker. Shout out Graham Walker at Fresh Take Records, right? And Alex Moran, Xander. I watched them at parties DJing, and I was like, wow, fucking, I want to do that. I saw how everybody loved it so much, and how much respect that they got for doing it, and I thought, wow, like, why wouldn't I want to do this? And so through that, I just got really into watching boiler rooms all the time, and that's the basis of why I got into it. I don't think I would ever be talented to play a proper instrument. Maybe it's right or wrong, but in DJing I found it felt good to be able to play something at will, and not everybody can do it. It feels good, like.
Yeah. Especially jungle is quite a niche.
Really
thing,
niche.
especially up here.
I know, it sucks.
So, yeah.
It sucks. I can't even. It's hard to even name 4am crew. Big up 4am crew. They're coming to Sub Club in November.
Ooh.
Wow. I want to see them so badly. But apart from that, I mean, it's jungle is very few and far between up here. I always keep my eyes out.
Midnight Bass though.
Yeah, in Edinburgh.
Yeah, well they tried to do stuff here, but it just didn't really pull off.
Is it broadcast they
so
do it in, or Sleazy's?
They did it at broadcast. They've stopped for the summer, but
why?
Like there was a few times when they did have loads of people in, but it just didn't.
Yeah, but
attract all that pull.
But then see with them with Midnight Bass, it feels like, maybe this is slanderous, but it's like it feels like it's not, the emphasis isn't on jungle. It feels like the emphasis is on drum and bass and like jump up drum and bass, like commercialized like dubstep. Kelburn Festival this year, loads of drum and bass with huge undertones of dubstep, and that was way more prominent than the jungle there.
Yeah.
Like the jungle was there was a little tiny tent that was playing jungle all weekend, and that was bliss in there. It was so good, such a nice vibe.
Yeah.
Like huge sound system packed into a tiny tent, like it's hitting the roof of the tent, like a whole wall is speakers. So that was really good, but it's a shame that it's kind of moving away from it. I mean, Nia Archives, like she's fighting the good fight for jungle, like, and I'm so glad that there's somebody as popular as her singing the praises of jungle, because it deserves it, like.
Yeah.
And it's bringing it to the wider audience again. Like music and fashion, it all runs in, all just goes in cycles, and it feels like jungle is coming back, at least slightly. I mean, if younger people now who are just getting into dance music hear Nia Archives, and then that could trigger them to get really into jungle, and then there'll be another rise of jungle, hopefully.
Yeah, of course, because a lot of the other genres are just getting faster and faster.
You think?
Yeah, well, yeah, people are listening to like super fast gabber and stuff.
Oh yeah, gabber, yeah.
And it's literally just gonna probably, like you said, just turn into liking jungle again.
I know.
And then it'll do the whole like back down like reggae again.
Totally.
And build back up.
Reggae never went away. It's still here.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
Still here. No,
I sound system culture will probably come up because like.
Well, it's a shame that it never began up here, really, because what a thing to miss out on. Like it would have been such a good thing for us to have in a place where like culture and music and artistry is so like big in Glasgow. It's a surprise that there's not more diversity in it, because it feels like it's like let me just go to a club in Glasgow, it's going to be techno. Like you can bet your bottom dollar it's techno every time. Yeah, of course there's exceptions, but
when I came down to Glasgow from Aberdeen, I was expecting it to be like. Well, because people had been telling me, oh yeah, the music scene in Glasgow is amazing, it's so diverse.
You move here, and then you go on RA guide, and there's fucking nothing. From Monday to Wednesday, fuck all.
Nothing, and then half the nights aren't that busy. And
which is weird, don't you think? Like
it's usually just house and techno.
Yeah, it sucks.
But I don't know.
It feels like, well, it is house or techno or like gabber type of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you go like out to like Paisley or something, Club 69, it's gonna be the hardest techno you can find.
Super Siberian hard techno.
Or just like down the street at 4 a.m, some junkie blasting some like 90s gabber.
I would agree with what you said though. It is getting faster. The natural like want of people for music now is definitely getting faster, which I respect. But people need to learn how to dance to quicker music, I feel.
Yeah, it's style change.
Style change,
rhythm,
hydration levels down.
Hydration
hugely down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish there was a better culture here for that type of music. I don't feel equally represented.
Like I went to it was like a hardstyle event over at SWG3 with Ruler was the DJ's name. Right. He's like from Netherlands or something.
Why are they always Dutch? everybody that does hardstyle is Dutch.
I have no idea. I don't have an answer.
I mean, I'm not expecting an answer, but
I couldn't even theorise.
Yeah, why it would be.
No, it's.
No, but that's not.
Because each country has a different kind of style of their own genre. You know,
Sure.
like French techno sounds different to German techno.
God, I don't even think I've heard French techno before. I've heard lots of.
You definitely have.
I must have.
Like Charlotte DeWitt would probably be an example of that.
Sure.
I mean, maybe a little bit more commercialised French techno, but an example, all the same.
Isn't DEF CON like the hardstyle festival? Isn't DEF CON in Holland? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
I think it's quite big there. Like for people, a lot of people like it there.
Drugs.
Even more than here.
Yeah.
I don't know, because in Germany, they like it there as well.
What, drugs or
the hard style.
Oh,
the
hardstyle.
down tempo.
I think that speaks to the industriousness of them. I feel like the brutalist, like Bahrain. If it is a classically a brutalist architecture, and also a very like dark culture.
Yeah, I guess from like Cold War and stuff. Do you think is that what you're meaning?
Not at all, but no, I
just meant where they came from.
Like
Industrial.
Was Germany in the Cold War?
Yeah, Berlin.
Really?
Berlin Wall. That's
Was that was the Cold War?
Yeah.
Goodness, I'm not good at
Turn into a history lesson. Though.
History, folks. You thought you were engaged. I fuck no. It's probably they're a mechanical, industrious background. That's probably why they love it so much. The severe lack of emotion.
Yeah, I know. Cold War just seems severe lack of emotion.
It does. The coldness, doesn't it? Yeah. It wasn't very cold though, was it?
I don't know. I don't know why it's called the Cold War.
I don't know either.
I mean, maybe it was in the winter. I don't know. My history's not actually that good.
A seasonal war.
I can't be teaching history.
Seasonal.
So, moving on.
God, yeah,
it's so warm in here.
It's getting so. You can't feel it through the camera, but
you can see it on our faces.
Honestly, it's so hot.
And the way we're moving around, all uncomfortable, peeling our clothes.
No, I might have to put my vest on or something.
Cool off interval will be 5 minutes. We'll go stand outside.
Yeah, we won't stop the camera. You just have to wait with
us. Patient.
You can take a break.
We'll play our hold music. Do you have any good hold music on your USB stick?
Nah, there's never really a time and a place for hold music, to be honest.
You never know, that's what I say.
I mean, I guess you do never know, generally speaking. But I mean...
You might be roped into DJing at a call centre.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That would excite it. I feel that would... The reputation of call centres would get even worse, though.
Do you think?
Well, I feel like not only is somebody cold calling you, but they're cold calling you with fucking Taylor Swift on in the background. You know what I mean? It's even harder to understand what's going on.
To be honest, I don't get that many cold calls.
Do you not?
No.
You off grid?
No, not even. I've got a pretty big social media, pretty big online
presence.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, how modest of you.
I mean, I use the internet a lot, is what I mean.
Sure.
And I surprisingly don't have any accounts hacked. I'm going to be speaking to you soon. Someone's watching this, and they're just going to be like, right, this boy's, you know what? He's been talking too much.
Yeah, he has.
He's hacked.
He needs something needs to happen to him.
Yeah.
He's going to disappear.
He needs to pipe down.
He's spreading all these secrets we have.
Yeah. We've left him alone for too long. He's too dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you could hire a cybersecurity part to your team, like.
I could.
There's a position open.
But at the same time, I don't have the money. I don't want to spend the money on cybersecurity.
Get them for free. You got to promise them sweet nothing. But anyway, we're getting on to just lying.
Sidetrack. Yeah, I don't even know what we're on about now. Very big sidetrack.
Yeah.
The heat. It's making us delirious.
It's getting to our heads.
Yeah, we're going crazy, man.
I know.
Right. So, I guess that's tip for next time. We stop starting with so.
Yeah, you do.
So.
Yeah, you need to get an interviewer, maybe.
A professional.
Well,
I'm in the making.
I think you're
a professional in the making.
Isn't a professional in the making an amateur though?
I am an amateur. I never thought I was a professional.
Oh, that's true. I take it back. I slandered you. I remove it.
That's the heat.
It's the heat, folks.
Yeah, what do you take to... Well, I'm just trying to word this question.
Are you taking your coffee?
Where do you take your coffee?
2 and milk?
How do you take your coffee?
I don't drink coffee, mate.
Oh.
No, I shut you down there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Apologies.
I love coffee.
I
I drink about 5 coffees a day. Or try to. I try to hit 5 coffees a day.
You aim for it.
It's hard. It's
Usually
hard.
people try and lower their caffeine intake.
Because, like, I don't know, I'm just... I still have stuff to do, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
I could all be fixed by having a coffee, but at the same time...
Or crack as well, you could do crack.
I could.
You could do. It's more expensive though.
Slightly more expensive. And
No,
slightly more dangerous.
Much more expensive.
I thought it was a junkie joke. I thought it was cheap.
Yeah. I think no.
Probably cheaper than more expensive than coffee.
Probably depends how artisan you're going for.
Right, we're going to cut the last, however long that sidetrack was, because
What? Not serious.
No, we're not. We're not. We're not. We have no cuts in this interview.
Well, fuck it. We'll do it
We're
live.
just doing better next
We'll do it
time.
live.
We're doing it live. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to word this question, so I'm just going to ask it how I wrote it down.
You gotta go for it.
What do you bring to the scene locally and or further abroad, further afield?
Funny you
Not
ask
abroad,
that.
But
Me and my friend Daniel, de Tolly, we host open decks night. Or at
good
least
open decks.
Open decks, Finsbury, Flatiron, also known as FF West End, at least one Friday in the month, possibly 2. So it's really lovely to have people come and play for us, because it's so good to network with those people too, not from a business point of view, but even just to get to know people. Like I see myself in the things that they'll say to me because if you're new to DJing, because I remember that was like hugely. And I remember going to open decks when I first started and thinking, well, this is great. Having people there to facilitate you being new at something where they've honed their craft is so beautiful, because I feel like it's giving back, you know, because there's nothing like, you can be a bedroom DJ for as long as you want, but nothing will ever replicate what it feels like to play to a crowd or to play just in a venue, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are the moments where if you weren't that adept at it, then you might freeze up. And so like if open decks gives somebody the opportunity to not freeze up when they actually get their first shot at playing in a venue, then we've done our job correctly. And it's lovely to hear what people play too, because it's always different, you know. And because we do disco, it forces people that might not be into disco to try and play disco. And so if that leads them down an avenue of getting into disco and DJing it and finding a love for it, then like again, that's made us really good. It's a win-win open decks for us. It's
and
really
like
good.
You said, with like playing live for the first time, you might feel nervous.
Yeah.
It's a much like more relaxed environment than actually playing live.
Totally, like.
Well, I mean, not actually playing live, but playing to like a proper packed out club where everyone is looking at you. And any mistake that you make, you're you think or feel like you're not going to DJ ever again.
So they're going to carry you away. Yeah. I totally agree with you. It depends on what time of the night it is. Sometimes people are blind.
Yeah, and I really like the idea with just doing like a few tracks or like 20 minutes, because then it just pushes you to play your favourite tracks.
Sure.
And play your best.
Yeah.
Because whereas if you're given like, I don't know, half an hour, it's too much time to think about it. Whereas if you just go a few tracks, you just have to play it and you have to perform well.
So I mean, in the 20 minutes you probably get about roughly 4 tracks or 3 tracks, depends how much of the track you play, but it gives you an opportunity to, like, for doing mixes and just playing anywhere, your first and your last tune will always be the most poignant usually. And so if you play 4 tunes, then you have the first and the fourth, and you have to make the distinction, and it gets you into a way of thinking about what am I looking for a beginning track, you know, does it have a nice intro or whatever, or what am I looking for a be all and end all end track, you know. It just gives you more experience, you know, and it forces you to think about things you might not have had to do before. And it is a very safe environment. And if anything goes wrong, I mean, if you're playing at a venue or whatever, and there's no venue techs around you, and something gets fucked up, you're going to look like an idiot, you know? Whereas we're always, you know, ready to pounce.
Yeah.
like coiled springs in case anything happens.
We're always side-eyeing the decks. Like,
I know.
waiting for a problem to solve.
I know. I know, to present itself. It's so tough. It's so tough to have a conversation with somebody when you're looking at them, you know, and then you're also looking away. Because I hate when people do that to me, you know. But anyway, sidetracked.
No, still on topic. Talking about your open decks, man.
Open decks.
I'm an avid goer myself. I
Yes.
do recommend. It is a great community.
Great community. Welcoming. Warm.
Very welcoming. Yeah.
Friendly.
Yeah. Cheap pints.
Cheap
£3.50 for what's it called again?
Hamburg.
Hamburg. Yeah.
Yeah, big
It's
up.
pretty good.
Big up cheap beer.
Big up cheap.
Just
beer.
want to shout out to cheap beer.
Yeah.
But no, great. Yeah, please come along. We've got our Instagram is Ali and Dan on Instagram, and also Finsbury Flatiron, the venue.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have Dan on the show as well. Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually. Oh yeah, no, maybe Friday 20th.
Who knows?
Fingers crossed.
That does sound good though.
Because yeah, we're going to be doing a mad one.
Plug it, mate. Plug it. You gotta represent. But advertise your night.
Yeah, sorry, I just got confused about what plug it meant. I was like,
Ah, sure. Right. Give me
yeah,
that.
I figured it.
Yeah. Give me a litany of things. Like.
Yeah, no.
And
So
maybe
if you're a student coming to Glasgow Caledonian
Yeah.
University, we're going to be having a night here on the, well, it's unofficial, unbooked, so it's kind of like a rave.
Yeah, right.
In the studio.
Mm-hmm. No rules. No rules.
Some rules.
No
I'm not
rules.
letting anyone take drinks into the studio. There's not enough space, and I'll have to find a way to fix all these tripping hazards on the floor.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. No, I could just keep them out there.
Yeah, and lock them in there. Like a pen, is it?
Lock them out.
Then we'd have to be in here with the heat. We'll get to us.
Yeah. How long have we been going for?
God knows.
Half an hour. You said it would only take.
I know.
I'm sure I have higher hopes for my interviewing abilities.
I'm a yapper, mate. I'm a fucking yapper.
No, but that's a good thing.
Aye.
You've been brilliant for our first guest on the show.
I love it, mate.
It's been a pleasure to have you, man.
Well, honestly, thanks for having me on. And I hope
no
that
problem.
the fucking jungle mix lives up to any expectations that you might have about something. But yeah, thanks for having me on, and thanks for providing this platform to me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We'll be posting this on SoundCloud and Mixcloud, the interview and the mix, probably separately. But yeah, get ready for your socks to be knocked off by some fat jungle.
Yeah, tighten those socks up, bitches.
Not your shoes, tighten your socks.
Tighten the socks.
Or both.
No, it's too much.
Too much.
Yeah, too many things.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I feel like the rest of the stuff I've written down is a little bit pointless.
We'll cut this bit.
We've talked about a lot of good things.
We have, you know.
So.
And we've gone to good places.
Yeah, I feel like the questions that I wrote down were good questions, and I hope you thought so too.
I thought so too, aye. Especially the way they introduced the questions, that's my favourite part.
Moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So? No, it's
Yeah, I kind of got stuck on a question because I felt like there was a better way to word it. But
it's hard.
Anyway.
Asking people questions. But anyway,
jungle time.
Jungle time. Hopefully all is well.
Hell yeah. Should we have lights, flashing lights?
We'll do the red lights.
Yeah.
If you're up for that.
Lights off though.
Yeah. The lights stay off.
Jungle dungeon.
I need to fucking go to the toilet though.
That's okay.
Do you know